Exactly I felt about it. Excited's all I can say. Justice was served, definitely in the right area that we are headed and need to be.
Are you worried at all of the process now, what's going to be involved and what's going to be required of you?
Not worried at all. I got a good lawyer. He's handling it just the way it needs to be handled, and I feel comfortable with what's going on with it. He's got us this far.
And how are you feeling like right now? You mentioned you're glad he was arrested. Do you think this is justice or you know, and how's your little girl doing today?
This is definitely the justice I wanted since day one, so definitely overwhelming with that. Brielle, you want to tell me how you feel? She's come a long ways with it all. We're getting there day by day. So,
how has this impacted your family over the last few months and few years, initially dealing with this?
Dealing with the whole situation in
general?
with
what happened inside that office. Yeah, how is it?
It's affected us big time, from the whole situation of her not trusting male figures, including her father, the PTSD, the nightmares at night, the pain in her mouth, trusting the new dentist and ortho. It's affected her a lot. Her speech at school and at home, her eating habits, it was in every way possible.
Amanda.
In jail for everything that he's done for many years, and nothing had ever happened to him until now, and they finally got him, and I'm happy that he will never hurt any other children. I'm just really excited. I have no words. I'm just so excited.
What do you think, Dominic? How do you feel that Dr. Snyder went to jail?
Good. Yeah, he's really excited when I told him, because when he got off the bus, I couldn't hold it in. I just had to scream it at him. He was so excited. He threw his backpack. He was so excited.
How's Dominic doing today?
He's doing pretty good. He's still playing football, and so that's improving, and he kind of helping him not think about it so much.
John, we're hearing from your clients, but for you, what does this mean? What is your next step?
For the criminal side, obviously Dr. Snyder will make an initial appearance, more than likely plead not guilty as one would expect. And then justice takes its course. He gets his day in court as to these 11 Medicaid fraud charges. There may or may not be more. Certainly, if anybody's seen the pictures of Brielle, there was abuse. There was serial restraint. There were other issues that, we'll see if those come down the pipe as well. But, certainly with any of these cases, the families want to see justice in the criminal form, and that's where we're headed.
I know this is for basically billing fraud is what my understanding is, but when are we going to hear things about the abuse that happened to these children? Would this come up here? Would that be under civil?
Probably both. We'll see whether, I know that they were investigating the abuse and neglect. We don't know yet whether those charges are coming or until the state attorney and or JSO and or Attorney General comment on that. We defer comment. Certainly, we're going to make that a part of the civil suit and or the civil claims.
Where does that process stand right now?
For our cases, we're in the closing end of the pre-suit process under 766. With any doctor, you've got to have an informal process before you can file suit, and so we're in the thick of that.
How many people, how many clients do you have in this case?
We have approximately 77. There are other lawyers who are probably going to refer their clients to us as well for conclusion.
So you have 77
Correct.
Clients? And
we know of approximately 30 to 32 more that are being considered referred to our office, and then there's another lawyer who I think has 75 plus.
And the same type of abuse you're alleging with basically all of them?
Correct. There's serial issues insofar as how medication was used or not used. serial restraint. I don't want to belabor the point with these children here, but there was serial use of the papoose for Brielle. It was particularly rough on her in how she was treated, and other kids as well. Related to the Medicaid fraud, we haven't seen the particular allegations, but we know of at least one incident where not only was Medicaid charged, but somebody's credit card was charged for the very same procedure. That seems pretty clear that there was some wrongdoing there. So, we look forward to seeing what the particular allegations are, but, having reviewed 70-something files, we've seen it all over the place.
Randy, did you think this day would come, and what did you tell your daughter today?
I never felt like it was going to come soon enough. I wasn't going to give up till it was done. And when I told her, she cried with me, and we just kind of sit there, and it took her a minute to absorb what was actually being said to her. And once she comprehended after I calmed down and explained it to her, she was pretty excited just as well.
Brielle, how are your teeth feeling today?
I felt the same way as well. I never thought that day would come, but I'm happy it finally did come.
You're not going to talk to her.
You got you can smile today. That's the nice thing. I know at first people really weren't believing that this was happening, correct? I mean, isn't that when you were first calling saying this dentist is doing, so this has got to feel some justification.
Yes, it's a major difference within, it's not even hit the 1 year mark with when the situation happened. So to know we've already got this far from where I started, it's a big, big accomplishment.
Because I remember, what you were saying, it was just people, they just said, oh, he's such a friendly guy that would never do any harm. That
Hate messages regarding how I ruined his life and I was lying and I abused my own child and everything. And I have more supporters and she has more supporters than we do hate. So we just kept on going.
And now you're here today, so it's obviously some justice.
And see what all they said, like I still made it regardless.
And what people need to know, and Brandy and the other victims that have come up since, is this is a thing. This happens not just in Jacksonville, not just in Florida, but countrywide with this systemic abuse of particularly Medicaid benefits.
And parents don't need to just give up just because they hear the word no. I would keep going and going until you get the right answers. I would never suggest a parent just to ignore something like that.
My understanding, he's filing or claiming that he has no money. With you and the number of patients involved, not that just that you represent, but other people, what does that mean for you and the people you represent?
Certainly, there's two aspects with any civil case. There's personal assets, which he is in his divorce proceeding, indicating that in fact he's filed an emergency petition to be able to obtain assets, to be able to pay bonds and experts and everything else. So certainly we'll be following that case, and it will reveal a lot of information. With any medical malpractice case, there are insurance benefits. There is a retained lawyer, and you can proceed to that end as well. So certainly with any case, there's never going to be trying to put dollar signs on pain and suffering and the PTSD these children have sustained is impossible. And when there's a limited pool and the amount of victims there are, it makes it even more difficult, but that doesn't mean you don't try.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
You got any last words, Dominic? Good job.
Your name again, I'm sorry, is?
My name is Kimberly Duncan, D-U-N-C-A-N.
C-A-N. And again,
My name is Amanda Berry, B-A-R-R-Y,
A-R-Y. I know that's Dominic.
and Dominic. And his last name is B-A-L-S-E-R.
B-A-L-S-E-R. You did great, Dominic.
Thank you.
Have them. There's the divorce case as well as the arrest report. Not the arrest report, but the jail report.
Thank you.
Thank you.